What's up, guys, and welcome back. What I have for you today is super exciting 2023 Mercedes-Benz C43 AMG. Literally just arrived at the dealership's lot in the United States. It's been all over Europe for about a year now, so now we have it. I'm gonna check it out for you. Inside, outside, test drive, the whole 9 yards. And we're gonna take a peek, of course, underneath the hood, because this is one of the biggest changes that Mercedes has done on this vehicle. This is all thanks to Mercedes-Benz of Bonita Springs. So if you're in the market for Mercedes, definitely check out their website and the phone number. I'm gonna post it right in the description of this video. And if this is the first time we meet, my name is Matt. Here on Matt the Car Guy, I do car reviews. Check out the rest of my channel. Hopefully you'll find something that you like. Hit that subscribe button and don't forget to leave me a like or two. Well, if you're watching this video, you probably know that AMG is a performance division of Mercedes-Benz, and since 1967, the engineers there have been doing nothing else but making sure that the vehicles look great, sound great, and go really, really fast. Now, they usually have been known for the hand-built or handcrafted engines, which means that one person hand assembles the engines from the beginning to the end and then puts their plaque with their name right on top of these engines. Now, the C43s thus far has been an AMG enhanced engine, which means that they took the regular engines, tweaked it up a little bit, but it wasn't a hand-assembled one until this generation, which we're gonna check it out in just a little bit. But let's take a look at the exterior of this vehicle. I do like it, like I do the new generation C-Class overall, and this one looks basically the same, especially if you get this AMG package on the regular C-Class. You probably wouldn't be able to tell the difference. Now, I do like this more aggressive hood with those two bulges right on each side. You have a small Mercedes star right on top of this, and then you have this huge Mercedes star in the middle of this Pan America grille. If you notice, a lot of open spaces, allows the air for better air circulation, engine cooling, etc. You do have the front view camera down here, AMG logo on the other side, and then lots of stuff going on in here, including this extended front spoiler right at the bottom. And then again, this is all open for better aerodynamics. Now, you do have the LED high performance lights, although I haven't been able to make them dense like I've seen on some of the European videos, but they are very nice and bright. And they also include this LED daytime running lights / turn signal. And I'm sure you can't wait to take a peek underneath the hood, so let's do that. So here's the biggest difference between this and the previous generation C43. We used to have a V6, about 385 horsepower, that was AMG enhanced. Right now, it's a fully handcrafted AMG motor, 2-liter, 4-cylinder with electrified turbocharger with the technology that actually comes from the Mercedes-Benz Formula One team. And that keeps an auxiliary motor inside the turbocharger to keep it spooled at all times, even if you let your foot off the gas. Now, the total output's 402 horsepower, 369 foot-pounds of torque, made it to a 9-speed automatic transmission. It is a 4MATIC with the rear bias. It also comes standard with the adaptive suspension, adaptive dampers, and it also comes standard with the rear wheel steering, which is pretty cool. Now, if you look at this engine setup right here, you do have the two hood struts, one on each side. You do have the sound and heat insulation in here, and you can definitely see the bracing right on top for better rigidity and the better stability of this vehicle. And here on the side, there's only a few differences between this and the regular C300. First of all, this one has been upgraded with the 20-inch wheels, which are not even available on C300. So you can see this very unique design of the rim, multi-spoke with the matte black on the inside and the polished aluminum on the face of it. Now, as far as the tires, 245 by 35, this is what you have. And inside, if you look really closely, you can see a much bigger rotors and bigger calipers, because with all that power, you also need that stopping power. You also have this badge right here. It's turbo electrified, which you don't find on the regular C-Class. And this vehicle has been upgraded with this Night package, which means that everything around the windows, the pillars, the mirrors is all blacked out for that more sportier appearance. Now, the mirror also has the blind spot system as well as the turn signal and the camera. It is equipped with the keyless entry system on all 4 doors, which allows you to lock or unlock this vehicle without using your remote, as long as the remote is somewhere on you. At the bottom, you can see this more aggressive piano black side skirt. That's for that more sporty look on it. And even though you can't see it, it does have a rear wheel steering, and it does have the adaptive suspension. Now, the rear wheel steering, it doesn't go as far as the S-Class, which is about 10 degrees. This one only goes about 2.5 degrees, but supposedly it helps with the handling of this vehicle tremendously, and we're definitely gonna check that out. But before that, let's take a look at the back. Here's the back end. I like it, even though it's the same basically right here as on the regular C-Class. The bottom of it definitely makes it look sportier. So first of all, you can see this piano black, huge, very aggressive diffuser right in the middle, 2 dual exhaust. Now, scrolling up over here, you do have this reflector lights, fully LED, tail lights. That includes, of course, the turn signals, reverse lights, brake lights, AMG on one side, C43 on the other side. You do have a third brake light that's over here, and you do have this very tiny decklit spoiler. I wish it was a little bit more pronounced, a little bit bigger. Now, let's take a quick look at this. First of all, right on top, you can see it is a power trunk, so you can actually just close it and walk away, or lock it and walk away. And right here, you can see that it's also equipped with this power opening feature, which you wave your foot underneath it and you're able to open that trunk as well. Right here you have this emergency exit button, just in case you get locked up by some bad people. And then over here on both sides you have the seat releases. So now let's take a look how they fold. It looks like it's a 40-20-40 split. And what do we have underneath here? So you have a little bit more storage. You have this crate that's foldable, no spare tire in here, and this is basically all that we have in this trunk area. Here on the interior, it's actually pretty roomy. As you can see, I'm not touching this front seat, and it is adjusted to my regular driving position. I'm 6 feet tall. I do like to drive fairly comfortably, so kind of far back from the steering wheel. I do have about 1 inch of headroom, so if you're much taller, you're probably going to have a little bit of problem in getting inside of here. But shoulder room, as far as the width, no problems. As long as there's 4 people sitting in here, it is nice and comfortable. I wouldn't want to be the one sitting in the middle though. Let's check out the rest of this interior. Start with the rear door panel over here. You can see a lot of stuff going on in here. Different design. We've seen it on the regular C-Class though, so I'm not going to spend too much time on it. But it does have this piano black trim with some aluminum. You do have the lock and unlock feature. Window controls, Burmeister stereo. That's the speaker right there. Underneath here you see a little bit more storage. And then this is nicely padded with some contrast stitching. If you clear this sill, your feet will fit really nicely in this footwells. And then you have a little bit more of a seat back storage right over here. All you have in here is the vents for the rear passengers, no controls though. And check this out, I do love these seats. Now they're perforated, they're solid, they have some of the Alcantara inserts, and of course you do have the red seat belts. Now they're also available with the yellow ones, I believe. And this folds open, cup holders, if you wanted them, you can put them back inside, and this is the back of it. Let's move to the front. Check this out, guys. We're gonna see how the door sounds when it's opening, but I want to point out, I'm not sure if you can see this Mercedes star that's right over here. That's for the pedal light. When you open it up, you can see that also the AMG door sill illuminates, and let's hear how it closes. Boom, nice, solid thud right over here on the front door panel, basically just like in the back, with the exception that you do have your seat controls, 3 memory seat settings, heated seat switch, and then you have the lock unlock right behind it. You can see all this ambient lighting going through, and then you have the window mirror lock controls, more storage at the bottom of the door. Then you have the Burmeister stereo, and check this out. This interior looks absolutely awesome. Before I get in, I just want to show you the front seats. Nicely bolstered over here, AMG. You do have, again, this Alcantara inserts with the perforated leather as well as the bottom of it. It looks really nice, adjustable multiple different ways, and it is still comfortable. And here we are on the interior of this C43 AMG 2023 model year. It looks absolutely amazing. You have these 2 large screens. You do have a lot of carbon fiber right over here. You can see this is all nice carbon fiber right underneath here. You can see this ambient lighting. We're gonna see how to change the colors on it. You do have this vents. What's pretty cool about these vents, let's check this out. If I want to raise the temperature, you can see they turn red. If I want to lower the temperature, they turn blue, just to let you know that, hey, you're lowering the temperature or raising it depending on what you're doing. So that is a pretty cool feature. Now, of course, you do have this 11.9-inch screen right in the middle, 12.3-inch screen in front of you, and you do have this new steering wheel. I do like it. I've seen this steering wheel on other AMG models, but I believe these were reserved for the 63s on the C-Class before, as far as these dials, and we're going to go over to what they do. So take a look at the steering wheel. First of all, they're nice to the touch. It's got the flat bottom, AMG logo. This is all aluminum, and now we have these 2 dials. Like right over here, you can see that the top portion, this is split kind of, so the top portion over here of this dial, basically it turns off that traction control, turns it back on. The bottom one turns on this more aggressive exhaust sound. By the way, let's check out how this exhaust sound. Actually sounds pretty good. So on the other side, let's see what we have. This is your sport or drive mode selector. So you can see right now we're in the comfort. You can go to the slippery mode, individual mode, sport, and sport plus. So this is the more aggressive mode, and we're going to check that out while driving, the difference between this and the comfort mode. Now you do have multitude of different buttons. So going up over here, you can see the phone, hang up, pick up, volume, mute, favorites. Right here you have the home screen, and that's basically for the main screen over here, and then everything controls what's going on there. Now on the same buttons for the left hand side, everything controls what's going on in front of you. So like right away you can see that we can change that to different views. We're going to go that in just a second. Well, let's see what the bottom portion controls. That basically is your dynamic cruise control. And behind here, you can see this nice large gear shifters. Now, so going back to the display, you can change it to several different modes. As you can see, you have the track pace, which gives you all of the information that you need for racing on the track, like a G-force, speed, of course, your tachometer, and please activate track pace using Mercedes Me, so we don't even have that. Super Sport, Sport, Classic, Understated, Navigation Assistance, Service, several different options that are available here. Now, let's go back to the main screen. I'm actually gonna put it in the Super Sport, kind of like it And then what information do we have? So AMG proudly displayed right at the bottom. You can see that we're in park, kind of low on gas, but we still have enough. Power and charge, this is for that hybrid system. Basically, we're in Sport Plus, and then this is pretty much it. Now, you do have a head-up display, which I'm not sure if you can see anything actually on it, but this is right here, and it displays right in front of you. So now I can see basically my speed, which is 0. Now, this is your main screen, and this is your main menu. So it does have tons of features. This ABUX system is so nice. So you have the settings for the vehicle. As you can see, vehicle light system info. And as I promised you, I showed you the ambient light. So you can manage settings right over here. If you like it and to be in the monochrome, as you can see, you can change the colors as long as you slide your hand on the slider. You can see the colors are changing right on the vehicle. They nice and bright blue. You can also choose one of the multicolor displays, whether it's yellow, green, purple, whatever rocks your boat, and then you can adjust the brightness and effects if you like to have the animation. So this is a pretty cool feature. A lot of manufacturers do it, but kind of like it on the Mercedes-Benz the best. Let's go back to your home menu. So again, you have your settings. This is your comfort settings. Let's take a look at the seats. So you do have the seat kinetics, you know, kind of gives you that kind of a massage, but not really, kind of like a rolling rocks massage. And then you can turn that off. Actually, what settings are there? You can do a backrest seat surface and do a program length of 1632 or 96 minutes, depending on what you want. Automatic seat positioning, that's a system where you can actually put in your own height, and then the seat will adjust based on what the car thinks it's the best setting. I actually think that adjusting it myself, I have a much better position than that. Let's go back to the home screen and let's see what else we have. So radio, again, nothing too crazy about it. You do have your FM, AM, and the Cirrus XM, and that's pretty much it. You go back to the AMG Performance, and that's what's different than on the regular vehicle. Right now we can see the steering over here. You can see we're turning this, and I think you have to be in drive right there. So if I put it in drive, you can see that the rear wheels are also adjusting. So it does have this rear wheel steering, and it goes up to 2.5 degrees. So it's not much, but supposedly it helps dramatically with your turning and performance on it. So let's put it back in park, and let's take a look at the engine, and let's see what's going on here. So you can see the engine torque and the power goes up to 410, 370. So, you know, it's just a little bit above what the published rates are. And then you have your turbo PSI, you have your temperature for your oil and for the gears and the transmission right there. Consumption, so you can see that the last 7.5 minutes, 30 minutes, 90 minutes, 3 hours. Obviously we're idling right now, so not much data coming out of here. And then right over here you can see your G force and then acceleration and brake. Now I do have my foot on the brake, that's why it's showing this. Oh look, even turns on the brake lights. Now the accelerator, boom, right over here. One other thing I want to show you, check this out. We're in the sport mode. Let me rev it up a little bit. I can hear a little bit of those crackle and pops. Now this is obviously a speaker enhanced, but it looks pretty good. So let's go back to the main screen and let's see what else we have. So that is pretty much it. You do have, of course, the Android Auto and Apple CarPlay. Let's see if I can connect my phone. There you go, it found my phone right here, connecting. Android Auto, accept and start. And this is all wireless, so obviously it does have the Android Auto Apple CarPlay. And continue right here. See, the screen kind of splits up over here, and then of course it's going to display the map. And then if you want to go to the split screen mode, you can. It tells you the temperature, the last thing that was playing, or go back to the main Android Auto screen. And if you want to get out of here, just hit the MBUX. It's going to take you back to the Mercedes system. Now, what I mentioned, that the screen kind of splits up, so it is kind of a split screen. As you can see, the bottom portion of the screen, it's basically your climate control. So that's what you can control: your temperature, you can control your fan speed. Climate menu opens up right over here. Let's turn down this fan a little bit, and then we can select of where the air is coming from, and you have this nice animation that kind of shows you of what's going on. We also have the air recirculating button, and of course this is your main menu. This is your back button. So no longer you have this controller on the bottom here, this trackpad, as you used to have in the older Mercedes-Benz. It's all on the screen right now. Hit home one more time. That's going to take you to these main menu options, and then let's go to the navigation system. This one, by the way, does have the navigation system, but I don't think Mercedes comes standard with it. You have to get this multimedia package, which this vehicle has. So let's take a look at the map, and you can have the map in 3D, 2D, or
displaying map in 3D.
Thank you. Or you can switch it up a little bit, and then of course, you know, controls just like normal. But I like this. I like how, let's take a closer look. This is like almost real as far as the water, and this is where we at, Bonita Springs. So just in case you're wondering where this Mercedes dealership is, it's right on Highway 41 in Bonita Springs. All right, so let's take a look and let's see what else we have. You have those floating icons, and I can actually either expand them, or basically, if I'd like to just get rid of them, all I do is get rid of them. I guess phone you can't, and the same thing with radio, you cannot. You have your shortcut buttons for, you know, your vehicle, for your navigation basically. So you can set up the route based on the previous destination, gas station, parking spaces, or you can just look for it, you know, either via voice or typing it in. And that's actually a pretty nice keyboard. So let's get out of here. The back button is right over here, and let's take a look and what else we have. So now the profile is not set, but you can set up your own profile, including your fingerprint. And if you have it, this is your fingerprint reader. See right now, first activate Mercedes Me. Now you do have this AMG button right over here that takes you to the drive mode select, and here's how it displays. So if we go to different drive modes, sport, individual, slippery, I like this sport one. Look at this, it's like burning lava right here. And then you can adjust that, you know, to dynamic, sport, moderate, or reduced. It depends on your liking, but the Sport Plus, it's all this more aggressive one. So here's your drive modes. We've seen that before. Now let's take a look at the camera. And you know, Mercedes never disappoints. Now it kind of distorted the car that's right next to me. It's almost like I'm on top of it, so that's kind of a little bit strange. But let's take a look at the different angles. What we have: the front view camera, the rear view camera, from one side, from another side, and then here it is again. I don't like this. That really would bother me, but okay. And then you have the parking sensors on. You can turn on the location, and if we put it in reverse, you can see it does have the dynamic trajectory lines, and that also goes for the front of the vehicle. So this is pretty cool. Let's see if you're gonna hit something or not. And very nice quality camera. Now the next button that you have over here is the vehicle button, which you can basically turn on several modes, like car wash mode. And you know what it does is says mirrors folded in, windows and roof closed, comfort vehicle, opening off, Parktronic off, and rain sensors off. So this is pretty cool because you don't have to worry about trying to think about everything. The vehicle does it for you. Let's go back. You can turn on or off your Parktronic. Interior protection, towaway alarm, trunk block, all settings. You can go from here as well. So again, here's your assistant vehicle light system info. Tons of different features. Down below you have the hazard lights. Here's your fingerprint reader. You can turn this thing off. You can turn off the display off or system off if you'd like to. And then this is your mute button and the volume button. Down underneath here, you can open this up. You have your cup holders, wireless charging, USB Type-C. Press this button right over here, and that opens up a little bit more storage. Illuminated, actually pretty cool. 2 USB Type-C ports over here, and I'm not sure how much off the top you're gonna see right here, but you do have other buttons. You have your lights, rear lights, Mercedes Me, SOS, and here's your slide button to open up your sunroof. First of all, the sunshades, both of them in front and the back. That opens up. You do it one more time, it's gonna actually open up the roof itself with a nice windscreen. I'm gonna close that off all the way. And this is the interior of this vehicle. One more thing, illuminated or not, mirrors. Open this up, turns on the light right on top. There you go. So illuminated mirrors. And this concludes the interior portion of it. Let's take it for a spin. Well, the vehicle is running. I'm ready to take it for a spin. One thing left, and that's the pricing. So the C43 AMG for this year starts at $59,900. Now, this particular one has several different option packages that I'm going to list in the description of this video. And this one lists with the destination and everything at $71,310. Is it expensive? Well, you know, you can easily get the regular C-Class to, you know, mid-50s, low 60s. So adding that extra performance in this vehicle, that should be fun. Now, a lot of people are very much concerned about this being a 4-cylinder. Not as much as, hey, can it produce that much power, but how is it gonna drive? How is it gonna handle? How is it gonna feel? And that's what we're gonna do right now. So we're gonna take it on the road and do exactly that, see how it feels, how it handles, how it steers, and then take it back to the dealership so those nice guys here at Mercedes-Benz in Bonita Springs can actually sell it to somebody that can enjoy this vehicle. Well, I'm gonna start this test drive in the comfort mode, and then eventually I'm going to switch it to the most extreme mode from comfort, which is the Sport Plus. And the reason for it, I want to see if this vehicle can also be like a regular daily driver, or is it always this untamed beast in the sport mode. So start right in this parking lot across the way to see what's the turning diameter. And I gotta tell you, that should be really, really good due to this rear wheel steering that is available on this vehicle. Well, that's standard on this vehicle. So let's see. I do have these nicely painted parking spots in here. I'm gonna see how many of those will take to turn this vehicle all the way around. Steering wheel to the left, and we have 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 parking spots, but it feels really nice and tight, and that's what it's all about. And here's the question about the engine. A lot of people were thinking, including myself, that when they're gonna introduce the C43, they're actually gonna basically tune the same engine as they have on the regular C-Class, which is not the case. This engine actually is pretty much the same as you'll find on the A45S and the SL43, neither of which are available here in the United States. So I don't think we have any of the vehicles here that are available with the same exact engine. So starting in the comfort mode here, nice, easy peasy. We do have this enhanced exhaust turned off. It still sounds pretty nice and aggressive. when I turn it on. Let's see. So in the comfort mode, this vehicle definitely feels a lot more relaxed. I mean, it gets up to speed and it kind of coasts. Now, if you reduce it and go, does it move? Absolutely. But I can't wait to see what it's gonna do when I flip it into this most aggressive beast mode, which is called the Sport Plus. So here it is, guys. We're at the complete stop right over here, Sport Plus mode. All right, let's go. $60, $70. Wow, this is definitely a lot more aggressive. I gotta tell you, the race mode is not available until you activate your Mercedes Me and you know, you get to it, which I think gives you the launch control as well. So I didn't do it with the launch control. I did feel slight turbo lag, which is, you're not supposed to have that on this vehicle because it is the electrified turbo, which is supposed to have it spinning even if you let your foot off the gas. I'm gonna check it out a little bit too on the next stretch of road, so I'm gonna let it off the gas a little bit and then hit it one more time to see if we can feel that lag or if it's truly no turbo lag. Oh wow, I do enjoy this. Let off and hit it. Let off. Let's slow down a little bit and hit it. Perfect. It picks up right where you left it. So definitely this is a great system in my opinion. So this was fun. I like the drive of it. I like the way that it handles. And if you were worrying that the four-cylinder is not going to be as powerful as the V6, well, this is actually more powerful. It adds about 17 horsepower to the outgoing generation. It's also a little bit quicker. Now, I know I wasn't able to get off the line quite as fast as I wanted to, but like I said, the race or the track mode was not initiated because you have to register this vehicle with your Mercedes Me account. But overall, it's a fun vehicle. The engine definitely sounds bigger than it is. It is a four-cylinder with this electrified turbocharger, which they adapted from the Formula One car. So those guys know a thing or two about the performance. Now, yes, I know I'm kind of the same way. I like the C43 or the 6.3, basically the displacement of it. And then the 43, the V6 was really nice as well. Now, this, it's going to take a little bit of getting used to a lot of people. However, it is really nice. There's really no question about it. It can handle itself. And I'm really pleasantly surprised by the performance of it. So definitely, if you were worrying about this, take yourself to a dealership and ask them for a test drive and see if you're going to like it. I did. Well, guys, thank you very much for watching. I hope this was helpful, and I hope that you learned something. And if you did, go to the bottom of this screen, hit that little red subscribe button if you like this video. Don't forget to leave me a like, and I'll see you in my next video. Cheers. Let's do it one more time. Wow. This doesn't get old. I gotta tell